think I saw somebody crowdfunding it the other day. Like, so I don't know if that would be like a possibility, but the possibilities really are endless as long as the lender's okay with how they get the down payment money. Because that's the other thing. Like, lenders source your funds now. So, like, when you're buying a property, so for example, one of the things that I had to do for getting the investment property was the lender didn't want, because my sister wasn't on the loan for that property, so the lender didn't want any money coming from her. They wanted it all coming from me. So we had to figure out creative ways that her money ended up being my money so that it all looked good to the lender. And those are things that, you know, you gotta work with certain lenders and know all of the ins and outs of what they have going on so that you can work the system accordingly so that you can get, you know, to the end result. And I'm not saying to lie, cheat, or deceive. That's, you should do none of those things, but real estate's got a bunch of gray areas and you're totally fine to walk in the gray. Questions? Any thoughts that you guys have about the industry after hearing me talk?
When you said you were working 60 to 80 hours a week when you first started, is that just because you wanted to live like a good standard of living, or is that just because you had to do that to start your business?
I think it was a little bit of both. Like, I mean, you don't have to work. Nobody, like, I mean, I didn't have a gun to my head or anything like that, but I had a mortgage. So I had, you know, and I didn't want to lose my house. So if I didn't work hard enough to bring in the money to pay those bills, then what happens? You lose the house. You know, so that I had that motivation going for me. And that, you know, I will tell you guys, there were times, like, there were 2 times I almost lost my house as a real estate agent trying to run this business honestly, because you can't make your clients make a decision. You can't force your clients to buy or sell. You can't force that offer. That's the price that the seller's going to take. All you can do is just keep working hard. So I would encourage you to try to have at least 3 to 6 months worth of income saved so that you don't have to close a deal and that you can still live whatever your lifestyle is, you know, for that time. Because it's not always going to be raking in money hand over fist. Like, it's, you know, those are rare times. So make sure that you live within your means, and then there's like all things on this little card, dude. Seriously, frame this. You know, living within your means is very important. I think, you know, it should be a goal to try to live off of the lowest amount possible. Like, for example, before the market crash,
Oh no, go continue. I'll just wait for after.
Before the market crash, my monthly out was like $13,000 a month. That's ridiculous for a 28-year-old or however old I was when that crashed. Like, don't do that to yourself. Don't put yourself in a jail where you have to make $13,000 a month just for your bills. So then after the crash, I got everything all a lot more, you know, tightened up with the mortgage amounts and all that kind of stuff, and now I probably can get by with $4 grand a month, and I've got 3 houses. So it's something that, like, you should be proud with the lowest amount that you have to spend every month, because you can always pay higher towards your mortgage, you can always pay more towards your car payment, or you can always invest a chunk of money in something. But when you're in that, you know, vicious cycle of, I gotta pay this for marketing because I need that marketing to bring in this, and I gotta, you know, bring in this to pay that mortgage, and I've got no other way to pay that house that's vacant or whatever, then you're setting yourself up to lose. And look for those cycles in your clients too. Look for them like overextending, so that you can help be an advisor to them and keep them away from foreclosure and short sale. They're not fun things to do. Like, I've definitely been through both of them. Neither of them are fun. You don't want to do them again. But if you do, if that happens to you, know that that's not the end of the story unless you let it be. So, yeah.
Just a comment. I know Angie told you that she used to do internet marketing and stuff, but she was one of the pioneers of SEO, search engine optimization. So she knows how to do it. So the topics like NAR, CAR, and other organizations, they try to talk about SEO. She's been doing it from the beginning. She's been building websites and she understands SEO, so she has a competitive advantage. You kids in the class, you could come up with SEOs and do it yourself because you're on social media all the time. I see some of your Snapchats and I'm concerned, but other than that, I think you could build that. And with Angie's Instagram, LinkedIn, get on LinkedIn now. Doesn't matter whether you're a professional now. If you say you're a student, many people will talk to you because just the fact that you're a student. I would love to be in your position, then I could learn more and things like that, right?
That's true. One of the things, like if I'm looking for a potential new team member, and that being said, if you guys are interested in being a part of our team, like I'm looking for more people, you don't have to go out and have your real estate license at this point. Like we want somebody that will blog and do social media and all that kind of stuff for us. I won't even consider you unless you have a LinkedIn profile. Like it's absolutely mandatory because like the people that I introduce you to that are in my sphere are going to expect you to have a LinkedIn profile. That's like a bare minimum. And I don't care about your Facebook profile. Like I think you should have one too. Like if you're going to be serious about this industry, you should have a Facebook profile. But LinkedIn is what people, and I don't know if any of you Googled me. If you Google anybody, LinkedIn comes up on page 1 no matter what. So LinkedIn itself as a site has excellent SEO. So for that purpose and that purpose alone, you should be on there. And then make sure, what Kendrick said about SEO, like, I don't necessarily believe that you're going to get a ton of business anymore coming up for Orange County first time buyer or, whatever county you're in demographic. However, it's very important to be on the internet, and the perception that people have about you being on page 1 for an area when it comes to a city. But if you're looking to farm a geographic community, you better be on page 1 for that community. So those are all different things that you guys could be building right now. Like by the time I actually got my license, I was probably already on page 1 for Orange County first time buyer. And that got me the deals that I needed my first few years to, move things forward. I think for you guys now, like, we're talking literally 10 plus years ago. For you guys now, I think it's social and creating social, sphere and community and all of that kind of stuff. But it's hard to rise above the noise socially. You got to be, inspirational or funny or, something, because there's a lot of noise in social media. So be thinking about ways that you guys can stand out and make a difference.
Also, those of you that have some pics that should be hidden, keep it as private, okay? You know what I'm talking about, Mr. Lario. Stop videotaping your Pokemon Go sessions. Not cool. Any other questions for Miss Angie? She does have internships, paid